Woo! Wait, what's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. Whoa! Bradford Knives edition? No, not really. It's coming though. It's coming. So what I do want to talk about, however, is the Pete's, and I want to throw a little bit of Steve in there too. So here's the deal. The other day, I was watching one of Joe's videos over at JS Blade Crafts. If you haven't gotten that sub in yet, get that sub in. It's free. It's free sub, and it helps people out. So I was watching one of his, and I did a video, and then he did a video on a guy that I've actually talked about before, and I've given a few shout outs because I just like him. He's a fellow Harley guy. He's a fellow knife guy. He's just a good dude. And that is Pete over at the Jersey Knife Guy. It's not the Jersey Knife Guy. I think it's just Jersey Knife Guy. I want to get it right because I think I did that wrong once. I said, oh yeah, just Jersey Knife Guy. So Jersey Knife is one word, then guy. Jersey Knife Guy. All right, so between him and then another Pete, Pistol Pete, my man, Pistol Pete, who just had a little baby not too long ago, super, super cute. So he's dealing with a lot of diapers. He could probably use the love. But these two Pete's are both sub 2,000 subs. So, and I started thinking about it because I'm watching Joe's video where he's shouting out Jersey Knife Guy, and he's saying this is unreal how this dude only has this many subs. And here's what am I doing? And here's I'm so Italian like that. So here's the thing with Joe. I mentioned how Joe is a just a know all, do all katana guy, right? He's just a katana guy. Gotta have a knife, right? And I think that was a big sell for me to get people over there because you're going to somebody who knows a certain product more than almost anybody. He could just tell you. It's like you got Steel Forge and Fire. I mean, well, no, I'm sorry, JS Bladecraft. He changed it. JS Bladecraft. You have like Carl Ruger. You have Samurai Bird. There's just certain guys you go to for certain things, right? And those guys are the guys you go to for katana knowledge, right? So I guess I got a couple extra shout outs in there. All right, don't forget Samurai Bird with a Y, B-Y-R-D, and don't forget Carl Ruger, whose name is not impossible to pronounce, but if you're not looking at it, it's probably a little harder to spell. But Carl with a K, Ruger with an R, Ruedger. Check him out too. These guys are all between Joe, Carl, and Bird. These guys are all just phenomenal samurai guys, or katana guys. Samurai guys, but they do a lot of traditional stuff, cutting and stuff. But with Pete at Jersey Knife Guy, he is the same way, the same kind of expert, but about slip joints. The guy, he does other stuff. He just did a buoy recently that I went over and checked out, and it was beautiful. But he is the one all, do all, know all of slip joints, and his slip joint collection is freaking nuts, man. It's like to be admired. So if you want to learn about slip joints and you want to kind of get an edge on what's good and what's not and this and that, go check him out, man. So here's the thing. We're trying to get this guy to 2,000 subs. It's worth it. It's free, guys. It costs you nothing, man. It costs you nothing. Go sub to Jersey Knife Guy and Pistol Pete, the other Pete that I was talking about. This guy, I just, man, there's just certain people that you get along with really well, even though you haven't been face to face. Like me and Scab get along great. Choir boys outdoors. Me and Scab got to meet face to face. We got to have a little adventure. We got to have some fun. We broke bread together. Scab, I freaking love him. And then there's guys like that. But I loved Scab even before I met him, right? And then And then there's guys like this, like Pistol Pete. I mean, he's just a total hang. I could totally hang with this guy. Jersey Knife Guy, I could hang with this guy. They're just really good people. And the opposite as far as knives, where Jersey Knife Guy does a lot of slip joints, Pistol Pete is all about big stuff. He just loves the big stuff. So you get two different degrees, and they're both over 1,000, but under 2,000, which is crazy to me. And when I talk about crazy, I'm talking Steve Borg. Steve Borg. A lot of people don't know who this guy is. I think he has Steve Borg Resistance is his channel name. Steve Borg, B-O-R-G, and then Resistance. Please check out his channel. This dude has got 424 subs, and he puts out some of the wackiest stuff you'll ever see. And then he like does a lot of his own customizing. He took the 1917 buoy and from Cold Steel and turned it into a D-guard. Does a whole lot of welding on his stuff. Or a different buoy that he turned into a D-guard. And then the 1970, can't remember, but he just tears them up. I think it was in 1917 he turned into a D-guard. But he does a bunch of throws. He'll do some like shoot and throw. And what gets me is he's like this skinny dude, right? With, you ever hear the term bad bitch? Like you see a girl walking down the street, like, damn, that's a bad bitch. You see Steve walking down the road, you'd be like, damn, that's a bad bitch for a dude. Because he's like this skinny dude with this badass mustache and the cowboy hat, and just, he's got some real cool swag to him, man. He's just a real good dude. And he's the kind of guy that, as a brother of the blade, especially for you creators, he supports us. Let's support him, man. You gotta support people like that. And I can't believe he's under 500 subs. He's not going to be for long because we're going to turn this ship around. I'm saying Steve, within the next few days, is going to be over 500 at least, because he has to be. He's worth it. These guys, every single person I'm telling you about right now, is completely worth it. And our community doesn't thrive if we don't help it. So the more knife channels there are, the more knife views there are, then the more knife type videos get into the algorithms on YouTube. And that means you'll be able to see, you don't have to search as far and hard to find a good knife video, a good katana video. It's going to be right there. So we actually need to kind of fuel the fire and get these things going. So I told you about JS Bladecraft, sub. I told you about Carl Ruger, Samurai Bird, sub. I told you about Pistol Pete, sub. I told you about Jersey Knife Guy, sub. And my man Steve Borg. Steve Borg is, for me, personally, is one of the most entertaining people. I mean, I really like his stuff. But get over there and sub. It won't cost you anything. You just hit it. And that's it. You help the guy out, right? Help each other out. That's what this thing's all about. All right, so that's it for that. Today, I just shot a video before this doing a survival fire with the D-Bad Menace, my own design. It's sold over at Croco Knives. You can even find it on eBay. They have an eBay channel, so you can look up Croco, C-R-O-C-O, Knives, D-Bad, D-B-A-D, Menace. And there may even, I don't know, may even be a couple, I'm not sure, of numbered pieces left. Obviously, this one is 1 of 50. This is the first one ever done. Colleen McCrory has number 2. That's my homegirl. So definitely get out there, sub to these guys. Let's make the world go round, y'all. Let's make the world go round. We can't do this without you, and you can't watch them without us. So we're kind of in a stalemate here. It's a little pickle. Some of us have bigger pickles. Hey, I wish it was me. No. All right, so that's it for this one. I am Donnie B all day. Until next knife or video.